This is the story of Ota Benga. This is Ota Benga. He was a Belgian Congo pygmy born in 1883. Ota had traveled to the U.S. a few times but decided to settle in Virginia with his wife and 2 kids. His wife and 2 children were killed in a raid on their camp by territorial police. Ota was then put in a slave trade, and the man who would later put him in the exhibit, Samuel Phillips Verner, bought his freedom. Samuel and Ota became close, maybe even friends. But Samuel was a businessman looking for people to put in his exhibit. The exhibit's purpose was to show the resemblance and just overall similarities between monkeys and man, specifically African children and men. Ota was paid to wear American clothes. Ota had very sharp and pointy teeth. Pygmies, when they started puberty, would have their 4 bottom teeth knocked out, followed by their top teeth being sharpened. This was a tradition as a form of beauty. Ota was one of the last people shown in cages in these exhibits. They brought over 12 pygmies to this Bronx zoo. People from all over in big groups would come and watch these children in these cages with apes. Ota is an important part of history because it shows the difference between life today and life back then, for people of color. Knowing his story, we should all be thankful for what we have today, and how far we've come. He's one of millions of people who have horrific stories about racism and getting treated terribly. Ota committed suicide on March 20th, 1916. He was completely forgotten about until 1992 when they found a biography and the world was informed about this horrible, horrible act. Thank you for listening and learning about Ota Benga with me.